I'm not a professional musician by any means. In fact, I wouldn't even say I have a linear process when creating music. I only know as much music theory as most Americans know another language, and half the time I'm just clicking keys until something sounds right. With all of that being said, I still love creating music for video games. This might make some people roll their eyes, but when I'm making music, the most important thing for me is to make sure I'm having fun with it. Since I'm a visual artist, it's very exciting to imagine how my music is supposed to sound in my games. So today, I thought I'd show you how I made 3 different songs for my Cozy Clicker game. And if you like this type of video, please let me know in the comments below. And if you hate this kind of video, please also let me know in the comments below. Without further ado, here's how I made some of the music for my game. Transcribe a chord. I'm also recording. No, I don't want this thing. This. Okay, here we go. Oh Lord, it's gonna be so painful to cut up later. And then I also need to take this and put a closed grand piano down. Hold up. If you're wondering why that awesome piano is there, I was just testing sound. he's not actually supposed to be there. Okay, here we go. All right, first of all, I can save myself some CPU. Hold up. All right, I'm back, and I've recorded. We're gonna mess with this guy. He's gonna be our chord. We're gonna make magic with this guy. Tune in. Who knows what he's gonna make? I'm gonna mess around with this. I might keep recording, but we'll see. Let's just see what I can do with this. Okay, look, I came up with this little. I learning something about myself. I hate making cozy music, so here's what I have so far. But it's sounding pretty good. This is usable for like a little beginning area. So my plan is to have this go literally like just a half note down or something, kind of like Animal Crossing. You'll see when I get it together. Well, I'll meet you on the other side, boys. Alrighty, and girls, and gentlemen, and whatever. All right, so back at it. I added this kind of downward pattern. So like, it's the same pattern, and it goes down a half note. So it goes down like that, right? And then we have this. So it kind of steps down into the next section. Kind of like a clock ticking, because the first segment is the egg, right? Each segment has its own thing going on. So it basically, the first segment has this like kind of like quieter, not as much stuff going on, and then the second segment has, I'm gonna increase the instrumentation. So right now we're just working on the first segment. Something really simple, something really sweet, nothing too crazy. And I'm gonna probably start converting the instruments. So I'll see you when I figure out something that sounds kind of Animal Crossing-y, kind of nice. Okay, boys, update. So I found this. It's part of the the GM. It's kind of like the thing that all these basics uses, but this little flute, it's super cute. Listen to this little flute. It has this kind of like cozy feeling. It's also just the chords and the root notes. So we're working with this right now. I'm gonna try and see if I can get like a warbly synth, something that's kind of goofy sounding, but something that doesn't like drill into your head too much. The percussion's also gonna be kind of slow, so I'll see you then. Okay, so I worked on. I have this little melody. It's I'm not certain if I'm gonna stick with this, but it's an ocarina, and this ocarina has this like kind of like nice soft sound to it, kind of like, you know, has this like kind of like soft sound, right? Right. So with that and the flute, it kind of has this like nice empty sound. And if you're playing the clicker, right, you're gonna have all these like, you know, you're gonna be pressing buttons and blah blah blah. So there's gonna be all this other noise. And since the beginning stage of the egg is there's not much going on, I want to kind of leave space for the song to evolve and adapt, right? So I think it has this like kind of cute, like, I don't know, like immature kind of sound, kind of childlike rhythm thing going on. Gonna mess with that a bit and maybe start working on some percussion, but we'll see how that goes. Okay. Okay, so I'm kind of added this warbly synth. I switched instruments. I have the Mother 3. It has this like kind of like warbly sound, and I stacked it so that it's a little bit more powerful. And I also got rid of the root notes on the main chord, so now you just have the chords. Like it's really just the chords. Altogether, it sounds pretty good. Needs EQing, obviously, and it's gonna need percussion, but we're getting somewhere pretty good with this melody. Here's what we have so far. So yeah, it sounded pretty good. It's kind of cute. Gonna get some percussion going. The goal with this game, because it's like I tend to overscope things sometimes, don't treat it so preciously and just make something. So it doesn't need to be sound perfect. And even if I'm not completely into it, I think it's cute. So I'm having a fun time with it. Yeah, so hopefully I'm gonna clean this up a bit, get some percussion. I'll see you when that gets done. Okay, so we got the hi-hats going on now. I'm not sure if I'm gonna stick with these specific hi-hats because it's a little intense. That's a crash. But I'm looking for something a little bit softer. Probably just have to EQ a lot of this stuff and kind of get like a nice muffled tone. And then I'm gonna get a wood block. So it's gonna be like a that's the best way I could describe it with mouth noises. Yeah, anyway, that's just kind of what I'm going at right now. This is all still just for like the first part, like the egg segment. That little beginning. I'll put a thing on screen right now, like just for this beginning part when it's still an egg, and then when you get to later stages, like when you start to like actually hatch the egg, it changes the music. So that's kind of what I'm working with right now. Okay, so we have this kind of swing drum thing. Hasn't been that long. I added this light little. I don't actually know that it's called like a rim, like a drum rim hit, and then this muffled kick, and then this heavier kick, and then all this together kind of adds this like kind of like nice swinging pattern. Yeah, it's kind of coming along. I think these notes actually can be shortened. I think they're a little too long, so I'm gonna let's see how that sounds. Yeah, it sounds a lot cuter. So I'm working with this. So now I'm probably gonna make this bass a little bit stronger. I don't feel like this bass is really carrying, so I'm gonna try and see what I can work with just like changing it out. But I'm gonna mess with it. And then I want to add some kind of like top lead that goes over all of it to kind of fill out the emptiness. So we're gonna work on that. Okay. So I just added hold on, a acoustic bass. And this gave it so much more depth. So look here, this is how it sounds without it with just the warbly synth, right? With the acoustic bass, like that actually has some stuff going on. So we're getting somewhere now. This is actually even like I would just loop this and this would make a good beginner track. But I think I'm gonna add a little bit more to it just to kind of carry it a bit more. I'm loving this though. This bass and this synth going together. I might get rid of the lower part, but I'm gonna experiment with that. I think I like the bass. This bass is really good though. We're keeping this for sure. All right, guys. Good morning. Well, I say good morning. I went to sleep. It's 8:43 a.m. And I had an idea for a counter melody that I think might sound good along top of this little soft beat. I was originally gonna add some strings, like just like something soft to go underneath it. I still might, but it might be too powerful. So I'm thinking about adding something like little, just like well, here's what we have so far with the main piano. So right there, it's gonna be like ba da ba ba da ba 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 da, like something that kind of goes along. That's just how I make music. I hum it out, and I'm gonna try and play it. But we're gonna work on the counter melody and see how that goes. Okay. All right, boys, we got something going. It's a little jumbled, but I think I'm cooking up a little bit. I think I'm cooking. We have this kind of melody. It's not really a counter melody because it's following this tone, but it sounds good and it's kind of clearing up some of the empty space. So here. I think that sounds pretty good. Obviously, I have to change the instrumentation, but I'm gonna try and get the second part, and then I'm gonna try and change the instrument and see how that goes. But we're getting somewhere really good with this. All right, boys. So I think I came up with the full melody. It's sounding pretty darn good in my opinion. It really just kind of it doesn't counter. It really just kind of helps push the main melody that I've already written out. But yeah, I'll play it at once with the grand piano, and then we're gonna convert the instruments. I think this note actually might go down, so I can save. Hang on, let's see. Well, I might put this one down here instead. All right, come on, get over there. Yeah, I'm gonna do that, and then I can save the high note for the end. All right, now we just gotta change the instrument, which is the fun part. Alrighty, boys. So look, we decided to turn it into like a string lead because when I use it as like a anything flute related, it was too powerful. So now it's got this like subtle kind of like string thing going on. I also lowered the volume so it's not too loud. But here's what we kind of have so far. So yeah, I think that sounds pretty good actually. It works. Part of me might get rid of this thing and just let this loop be a thing. Like just let this like be like its own little loop forever because I want there to be like a night variant since there's a day night cycle thing going on. But that's kind of what we have going on with this song. I might do one more song that's a little bit more complete, and then we'll see how that also sounds. All right, boys, we're back at it. We're gonna make the second stage. This is when the egg is sort of cracking. Um, Honestly, I don't really have many ideas with this, but I kind of want the music to literally like have a drastic change. Also, I have not named any of these songs yet, so we're just winging it, boys. That's the way all the professionals do it. They wing it. But I think it's a little bit more bossa nova, more salsa-y. So we're gonna see what I can come up with just as like a piano bass to start. All right, so this is like the fifth attempt, and we've gone through a couple songs. I'm gonna actually loosely play just all of the other songs that I've been recording them. But it goes to show that this process is never as simple as it sounds. I've decided that I'm overcomplicating things and I just need to make simple melodies for the first three stages instead of doing complex things. So I really just am coming up with chords, adding a beat to it. That's it. Nothing too crazy. Okay, we got this really simple thing I can work with. I think this works as just a basic loop. Simple. Works. And we just gotta add some drums and a melody and pretty much it for this. And now we got this little melody. So it's really simple. I'm gonna add a second. I'm gonna make it A and B because it's really short, but yeah, it sounds pretty good so far. Honestly, it sounds pretty good for like a dusk segment. I was debating if I wanted to make music for like the day, dusk and night, but I feel like that'd be like too much considering 8 stages. So whatever 8 times 3 is, that's Come on, quick math. 24. 24 songs. That's a lot of songs. Um, but tell me what you think. If it should be more of like for a dust segment, or you think it fits for like a stage two segment, if you make it this far in the video, of course. But I'm liking how it sounds, so I'm gonna really mess with it. Right. So I ended up doing this whole segment right here. I think it sounds pretty good. I'm gonna just probably make it a guitar, something really chill, something really mellow. The beauty is that none of it really matters as long as it keeps that nice cozy vibe. So I think we got something good here. Works out pretty well. So we're gonna figure out what this top melody is gonna be and what instrument I should make it. All right, I got all the instrumentation. Oh, just need percussion. Here's what we have so far. I actually like it a lot. It's super simple, but it gets the job done pretty well, in my opinion. Might get rid of that in part, but it's sounding pretty good. We're gonna add some percussion now. All right, boys. So I actually this sounds pretty good. It's definitely more of a dusky sound, but you're hearing the noise. I'm getting my notes. It works pretty well. Not gonna lie. I'm gonna play it, and if you guys like it, tell me what you think. If not, if you think it fits more like a dusk-ish vibe, let me know. That's kind of what I'm working with. I like it. Might make this flute a little bit more echoey, but I think I'm gonna move on to one more song and then yeah, then we can wrap up then. All right, guys. Good morning again. We're gonna be working on some night music. I'm still trying to debate if I want to do day-night cycles, so I'm just making music of every genre. But I'll see. It might work given the theme of the game. Right now, we're just gonna do something real mellow, real simple. Alrighty, boys. So we got this very simple, very, very simple progression with the echo on it. Kind of gives it this like nighttime vibe. Check it out. Definitely more on the Terraria side, but I think it works. Not everything needs to stay in the same genre, and it sounds good, so what else? All right, so we have this very simple melody that walks along with it. Um, Sounds pretty nice actually. It's like this like kind of like peaceful. It definitely sounds very Terraria. I think I got Terraria on the brain, but it's sounding pretty good so far. Yeah, so we're gonna just convert the instruments. I like the piano. I might keep it as a piano and just
reverb the hell out of it, but it sounds good so far.
Okay, this sounds a lot better than I thought it would. It just needs some like really soft percussion, but this sounds really good so far. Um, I added some slide notes to the flute and some reverb. I think it sounds immaculately sleepy. So we're gonna add the percussion, and I think that's pretty much it for the song, honestly.